Well, live from the Daytona Beach Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida, just a block from the world's most famous beach. Basketball season continues here on CatEye Network Radio. It's the Rowe College Basketball Invitational. It's the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Arkansas State Red Wolves, as the Wildcats have made the postseason for only the second time in program history. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Truvillo. Happy to have your company. Henson White once again joins me on the broadcast. What we hope won't be the final time this season. It's a 15-team single elimination knockout tournament right across the river from campus. Henson, it's going to be a fun time this afternoon.
This is going to be a huge opportunity for the Wildcats. You know, home field advantage is always very important in tournaments like this. We saw it at the SWAC tournament, you know, teams with those big turnouts like Grambling, who had, you know, the short drive, relatively speaking, compared to us here in Daytona over to Birmingham. But they're going to want to put that in the past, put that behind them, and really have a great showing here against the Red Wolves from the Sun Belt.
Arkansas State comes in 18-16, the Wildcats 17-16. Both teams 11-7 in their respective conferences. Arkansas State made a big splash in the Sun Belt tournament, defeating number 1 seed Arkansas State before falling to eventual champions James Madison in the title game. The Wildcats finished 5th in the Sun Belt regular season standings and won a game at the tournament for the first time in program history, advancing to the semifinals, where they were knocked out by eventual champions Grambling State. So both of these teams knocked out by teams that playing in March Madness right now.
Yeah. And obviously, that gives you a little chip on your shoulder. You lost to a team that's now going to be playing in, you know, the biggest tournament in college basketball. No small feat. And it makes those losses a little bit easier to bear. But then you all at the same time, it's like, man, I wish I was there. That could have been us, kind of thing. So you're going to see a lot of energy out of both these teams. And while we're here, we could shift into the, you know, our keys to the game here from Southeast Toyota dealers.
Yep, these are your Southeast Toyota dealers' keys to the game. Visit your local Toyota dealers or exploretoyota.com today and take advantage of the deals on our full line of vehicles. Toyota, let's go places. Henson, you've got postseason keys to the game for us.
Yep, postseason keys to the game for Bethune-Cookman. This Arkansas State team is top 50 in the nation in 3 points attempted and top 25 in 3 points made. You're obviously looking at, we got to stop the 3-ball. So that's going to be their main key to the game. Stop the 3-ball and make those possessions where you stop them on defense, make those possessions count heavily. For Arkansas State, it's going to be hit your shots and get up early. You know, you love taking these threes. The last thing you want to do is be taking all these threes and missing them. We saw that against the Wildcats in the game against Southern, where Southern was getting good looks but just couldn't knock them down, and that really drew all their energy out. And we've seen with this Wildcats team, when teams get up on them in that first half big, they have a lot of fight in them, but at the same time, it gives you that cushion that you can play with, and it allows you to rest players for the tournament and stuff. So obviously, they're going to look to try to get up early and take advantage of possible miscommunications in the Wildcats' defense.
Some players to watch for Arkansas State. They've got 2 players on the All-Sun Belt team. All-Sun Belt first-team guard Caleb Fields had a Sun Belt best, 183 assists in conference play this year. And Sun Belt third-team all-conference guard Taryn Todd leads the Red Wolves in scoring at 12.6 points per game and steals with 35. These are 2 teams that love to run the floor, get up and down, and score a bunch of points. Arkansas State, third in the Sun Belt in points per game at 78.7. Bethune-Cookman, second in the SWAC points per game at 72.5. But both of these teams also give up a lot of points on the defensive ends, right? Bethune-Cookman gives up 72.5. Arkansas State gives up 77.1, which is second to last in the Sun Belt. So we could see an all-out offensive attack on both sides today.
And I really wouldn't be surprised, as you said, neither team really likes to play. Not that they don't like to play defense. We've seen the Wildcats defense be tough, but they, in the style that they play, this run and gun offense, you know, if you're taking through a ton of threes early in possessions, obviously the other team is going to have a lot of chances to score. And you're not going to be able to have time to get back when you're trying to set up something and someone just takes a quick three-pointer. Both teams do that. So it's going to be interesting to see who really is hitting their shots more consistently. And I think that's who's going to win this game. It's not going to be a battle of defenses. It's going to be a battle of whose shot goes down more.
Couple of key pieces missing for Arkansas State due to already being entered in the transfer portal. 2 players that haven't played all year, Obadiah Curtis and Malcolm Farrington. And then 2 players that have played. Noah McDavid only averages 1.2 points per game, not a big loss. But what is a big loss is junior forward Lado Laku, who's their team leader in field goal percentage at 65%, is not playing today.
Yeah, that's a huge miss for Arkansas State. Thankfully, nobody on the Wildcats has entered the portal on the men's side, and that's obviously speaks to the cohesion and the team unity that they have to want to go out and play one more time, especially for some of these seniors, DJ Carter-Hollinger, Damani McIntyre, and Deshaun Dyson. Obviously, this could be their last or second to last, or however many more games. Hopefully, it's not their last.
Yeah.
But they're obviously going to put it all out there.
In the paint for Arkansas State will be Isaiah Nelson, the sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Leads the team in rebounds at 7.3 a game and also blocks with 66. So definitely somebody to watch down there. Obviously for Bethune-Cookman, it's going to be the guard. It's got to be Hetty, Dyson, and maybe Zion Harmon if he can go off the bench. We don't know how good his foot will be. We're going to pause for the national anthem and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman University Basketball on CatEye Network Radio. Starting lineup's about to be introduced here at the Ocean Center. Not a bad BCU crowd out here today. Obviously, Arkansas State, a couple of sparse travelers from Arkansas, but just across the river, right? Got about 100 or so students that took the bus. We've got some family and friends in the house as well as the starting lineups are being introduced. For Bethune-Cookman, it'll be Jacoby Hetty. Zion Harmon gets the start today. We'll see how healthy that right foot is. Deshaun Dyson, Reggie Ward, and James Henderson. And for Arkansas State, it's Caleb Fields, Freddie Hicks, Darian Ford, Taryn Todd, and Isaiah Nelson. This is a team in Arkansas State that Bethune-Cookman can match up very well against at times, right? They've got second to last in the Sun Belt in turnover margin at minus 1.44. So if you get a team like BCU that's going to want to force the turnovers, going to jump passing lanes, wants to get out in transition, that could be a point of emphasis for BCU today.
That definitely, was one in practice for the Wildcats. As you know, we'd love to get steals. Damani McIntyre is the all-time steals leader for Bethune-Cookman as the Wildcats cheer as we do our lineups here in the Ocean Center. But obviously, the other aspect is the Wildcats don't fare well against big teams. This is not a big team. Only one player taller than, only 2 players rather, but Laku, as you said, is in the portal, so only one at 6'10", and then obviously you have a 6'8" player, but not much height in this Arkansas State Red Wolves team, and that's what we've been struggling with in the SWAC.
But of course, James Henderson, right, 6'9", playing the center, but we said it all year, this could be a game where Elijah Hulsaway comes off the bench and makes an impact because he's just bigger than everybody else.
Yeah, this is a rare game, especially compared to the SWAC, where you have a lot of those big bodies and taller opponents. First time in a while that you can really say Hulsaway has a a full height advantage against the opposing team, and he could definitely have a good game.
Lineups are on the floor. Hello, Booth Cam here at the Ocean Center. Thank you for those of you watching on YouTube. No 1380 WEL lead today, unfortunately. If the Wildcats do make it to Monday, we will be live on the radio as well at 1380 WEL. But right now, you're sticking with us. It's CatEye Network Radio's presentation of the 2024 College Basketball Invitational right here in Daytona Beach, Florida at the Ocean Center. They do a weird thing here at the CBI where the upper seed is the home team. That means Bethune-Cookman is the home team in the white uniforms, gold numbers, maroon trim, maroon piping on the neck, shoulders, and bottom of the pants. Arkansas State in the road black, even though they are the higher seed. Black all the way down, a red diagonal stripe on the pants with the Red Wolf logo in it. Red numbers, white trim. Arkansas State above the numbers in a bold font, red with white trim as well, and a red and white stripe around the neck.
The higher seed being the home team is something that you see a lot more in like European soccer and stuff, where they'll have tournaments around the country and they'll have the home team be the smaller venue. It's very fun to see, the bigger teams in those situations play at those smaller arenas and venues and stuff like that. But we're almost underway here.
Here we go. To jump it up, it will be Isaiah Nelson for Arkansas State, James Henderson Jr. for Bethune-Cookman. He's going around shaking everybody's hand. The referee has the ball in his hand. The court at the Ocean Center, with Ocean Center Daytona Beach and the city logo embossed in the middle. The two big men will jump it up. We are underway. Let's play some postseason basketball for only the second time in BCU history. Arkansas State wins the tip. They go left to right. Up on top, here is Freddie Hicks, the junior out of Searcy, Arkansas, transfer from Tarleton State. Works it back to the top. Darian Ford goes down low, pass through the hands of Nelson and out of bounds. Early turnover for the Red Wolves.
Yep, too much zip on that pass. He had a good look. He cut well, but just too much strength on that ball, goes out of bounds. And now the Wildcats have possession with Zion Harmon leading his teammates out to battle.
We'll see how well the foot of Zion Harmon will go. They go short corner left-hand side to James Henderson. Bounce pass in the lane. Hetty tied up, gets a left-hand layup up, no good. Missed it left. Arkansas State gets the rebound. Fields pushing in transition. The Arkansas State player who leads the Sun Belt in assists. He goes down low to Nelson for the alley-oop two-hand jam.
Very athletic finish there. He catches it under the basket and gets it up over to dunk it.
Dyson quickly into the corner. Step back jumper, no, off the rim. Arkansas State gets another rebound. It's important for Bethune-Cookman to stay with the Red Wolves here and not let them get too big of a lead. Fields all the way through the lane, got his shot blocked by Henderson as he tried a left-hand layup. It'll still be Arkansas State ball out of bounds baseline on the right-hand side.
Yeah, as you already very, very quick pace of the game. No team has really set up any type of play. We've just seen basic cuts and such to start it out.
Baseline out of bounds play, handoff top of the key. Here's Darian Ford, goes left, bounce pass underneath to Freddie Hooks the block. He goes up and has his shot rejected by Henderson, but a foul is called. And it'll send Nelson to the line after the extra pass.
Yeah, Henderson's elbow just catches a little bit too much of the offensive player there and send Nelson to the line.
This is a team in Arkansas State that's not great from the free throw line. 8th in the Sun Belt, 70.4%. And Nelson himself is 68% from the line. Misses the first one in and out, rolls around off to the right. Still 2-0 Arkansas State, 18:52 to go, opening half here at the Ocean Center. Postseason basketball for both of these teams for the second time in their history. The second one is also no good. An empty possession for Arkansas State. Here comes Deshaun Dyson, hands to Harmon, time stripe left. And then back to Ward. Here comes a weave from the Wildcats. Dyson way out high on the left-hand side. Hands Hetty on that same side. Goes left, gets a screen. Bounce pass back to Henderson. He works on Nelson underneath. Now goes to the short corner. Reggie Ward battling into the paint. Tries to go up and under. Puts a shot up through double team and gets it.
Extremely tough finish from Reggie Ward.
Here comes Ford quickly into the front court. Nice job by Harmon to stop the ball. The Red Wolves will reset. Caleb Fields runs the offense, gets a screen, goes left, guarded by Hetty. He gets to the lane, puts up a tough layup, no good. Nelson the offensive rebound. It's loose on the ground underneath. It is out of bounds for the Wildcats as Caleb Fields had a foot on the baseline when he picked up that ball.
Yep, good job by the Wildcats defense to crowd him while he was trying to get that board. And he went for that setting dribble and just didn't have time to pick the ball back up.
2-2, 2 minutes gone by first half. Harmon dances left, goes top of the key for Henderson, who bounces it to the low block Ward. Reggie bounces it off his foot, turns it over. Fields with a steal, in transition. All the way to the lane, getting a foul, and the bucket is Freddie Hicks. As that's the second foul on DJ Carter Hollinger as he was tracking back defensively after the turnover.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Hulsey come in after 2 quick fouls to James Henderson.
Well, actually, the first one went to Reggie Ward. I thought that was on James Henderson as well, but they credited Ward with the first foul. Henderson gets 1, so they're both on 1. Two Wildcats on 1 foul.
3-point play converted for the Red Wolves. 5-2 Arkansas State. Deshaun Dyson around a screen to the right. He'll hand off to Zion on a weave. Dribble action through the paint, skip pass to the left. Reggie Ward doesn't take the 3, into the corner for Harmon. 13 on the shot clock. Harmon, step back triple from the wing. Too strong. Rebound Arkansas State. And that's not a great shot if you're Zion Harmon. Fields, guarded by Ward at the top. He dribbles between his legs and backs it up to midcourt. Now gets a screen, goes to his right, back to the left, zips it to the corner. No 3 coming from Hicks. He steps inside on Hetty, goes all the way to the paint, and he can't make the play. Offensive rebound for Nelson, puts it off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound underneath, comes to Zion Harmon.
Yeah, but Hetty just gets out muscled there, but does enough to stop the points from going in.
Into the corner, back to the top, Henderson. Henderson drives it on Nelson, puts up a layup in the paint and got it. 5-4, Arkansas State. Henderson's got all 4, oh correction, Ward has 2, Henderson has 2 early for the Cats. 16:45 to go first half. Fields, one-on-one with Dyson out high, gets a screen from Hicks, goes left. Now drives into the paint, jump stop at the nail, backs up to the top. Floats it right side, extra pass to the corner. Hicks attacks the closeout, gets to the paint, and his shot is rejected by Henderson. Wildcats in transition. Here comes Ward. Spin move, lost the ball, but it comes right to Hetty. He goes to the rack. Spinning layup, good. And the Cats take a 6-5 lead.
Reggie Ward will definitely consider that a pass. I mean, hopefully that's what he meant to do, but I don't think it was.
Fields to his right, twirls the screen into the corner. 3 on the way too strong. Rebound Henderson for the Wildcats. That was Nelson that attempted that 3. Push in transition for the Cats. Dyson goes to the baseline, offensive foul as he put a shoulder into the chest of the defender.
Yeah, just a little bit too much shoulder from Dyson, and you know, playing in the SWAC, you get used to maybe getting away with a couple of those, but refs aren't playing with it early here.
We go to the first media timeout here at the Ocean Center. 6-5, Bethune-Cookman on top early of Arkansas State. This is Bethune-Cookman University basketball on CatEye Network Radio. Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. You can gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Well, an early scoring flurry from Bethune-Cookman has them up 6-5 over Arkansas State, first round of the Sun Belt tournament. Whoa, CBI here in Daytona Beach. 2 blocks from James Henderson on the defensive side has anchored the Wildcats on that end as well.
Yeah, he did it. He's done a great job to start this game out of just being a nuisance, taking advantage of the fact that he does have a slight height advantage against a lot of the Arkansas State players.
Arkansas State with the ball, wide open 3, Ford right side, bang.
And you can't afford to do that against this team. They love shooting threes.
Yeah, that was just a quick inside-out pass. Skip to the wing, and Ford with a quick 3 to put the Red Wolves up 8-6. Dyson goes left at the nail. Got the mismatch, step back. Whistle and a stoppage of play and a foul underneath. And occurred before the shot, and maybe that's a good thing for Deshaun Dyson because that shot was way off. First foul for the Red Wolves. That's on Todd. Taron Todd, the top scorer for Arkansas State, but not on the board yet. Way out high, here's Reggie Ward. Weave action for Dyson. He goes left, gets to the free throw line, takes the jumper, makes the jumper, and it's tied at 8.
Yeah, did a good job there. And something I noticed is that they've switched off. Fields was on Ward before, and he was taking advantage of that matchup early.
Ford, inside out dribble, goes left. A teardropping shot at the nail, goes down, almost blocked by Henderson again, but it was just over his fingertips. 10-8, Arkansas State. Zion Harmon controls, gets a screen into the paint now. Zion all the way underneath will take a baseline jumper and got it over the top of the 6'10 Isaiah Nelson.
That was a really pretty play from Zion Harmon, going all the way under the basket and then working around.
In traffic, Ford pulls up from the nail, gets it to go. All offense on both sides right now. 12-10 Arkansas State. 5 minutes gone by in the contest. Deshaun Dyson rejects the screen, gets to the free throw line, pulls up for a jumper, too strong. It's tapped back out to Hetty. Offensive board by James Henderson Jr. Hetty will attack on the left-hand side, goes all the way in, jump stop, back to Henderson. He takes a long 2, and he got it to go. James Henderson hitting the jumper.
And that is the first time we've seen him take a long 2, I think, all season.
12 all, 14 and a half to go here in the first half. Arkansas State will roll it around the top. Fields will control, guarded by Hetty. Gets a screen from Nelson, goes block right-hand side all the way into the lane. Throws the lob to Nelson for the 2-hand jam. That's the second alley-oop thrown by Arkansas State in the first half, 14-12.
Yeah, but that's their tallest guy, so they're just taking advantage of when he gets on those cuts and just throwing it up to him.
Harmon at the nail, turnaround jumper. Ooh, just a little bit too strong there. Arkansas State has a chance to stretch the lead up 14-12, 13:40 to go in the first half. Here's Freddie Hicks, step back 3 from straight on. Missed it, short, and the rebound comes down to Jacoby Hetty. Hetty loping forward. His long arm dribbles the ball between his legs. Step back 3, left wing, just missed it a little bit long. Wildcats trying to shoot with this Arkansas State team, but have gone away from what has made them effective early on, which is getting the ball in the paint.
Yeah, and the funny thing is Arkansas State isn't even taking as many threes as we really expected coming into this game.
Fields at the nail, throws the lob. Just sent back his way by a rejection. Fields drives in, hands off. Floater in the lane, good for Freddie Hicks. And it's 16-12, largest lead of the game for Arkansas State. Wildcats will slow it down as Zion Harmon walks across the time stripe. 2 players for each team set to check in, as it's only been the starting 5 so far for Reggie Theus and Brian Hodgson, the 2 head coaches. Zion Harmon at the left block. Down low, Hetty. He takes a mid-range jumper, no good. And now the shots aren't falling from Bethune-Cookman like they were in that flurry in the middle of this first half. Yep. 16-12, Arkansas State. Fields twirls the screen at the top of the key. Gets another screen from Nelson. Pick and roll, kick to the corner. Fields, backdoor pass to Nelson, and it's picked off by Henderson.
Try to go for a no-look, and it was good defense by the Wildcats.
In transition, Dyson to the lane, got his shot blocked by Nelson.
Utterly rejected on that drive, and now possession back with the Red Wolves.
Fields all the way in off one screen, left-hand layup good, 18-12. Arkansas State on top. VCU scoreless over the last 2 minutes. Arkansas State has hit 5 of the last 6 field goals. Bethune-Cookman just 1 of 6. That has contributed to this Arkansas State lead. Harmon to Dyson. Deshaun, pin down screen. In the corner, has his 3-pointer blocked from behind by Fields. Arkansas State buzzing around the ball on the defensive end now. 2 blocks in the last 2 possessions for the Red Wolves. Fields, screen from Nelson. Harmon fights through it, tries to attack Fields. He gets all the way into the lane, kicks it all the way out to Ford. Wide open 3, short. And Reggie Ward takes the rebound. He tries to push it in transition. He's going to go all the way. Euros through the lane. Has his shot blocked again by Nelson from behind. Maybe thought that one was a goaltend, but not called. They throw the lob again, and this time it's tapped home by Freddie Hicks. Todd was the assister that time, 20-12 Arkansas State.
It's like watching a tennis match, just up and down action all this whole first half.
3 straight blocks for Arkansas State on the last 3 Wildcat possessions. Cats on the ball now down by 8. Harmon fakes the triple straight on, drives in, gets fouled. I'm not sure if they'll say that to the actor shooting or not. The foul will go on Darian Ford, and we go to our second media timeout. Bethune-Cookman has been scoreless since the last media timeout, an 8-0 run for Arkansas State. It's 20-12 Red Wolves right here on CatEye Network Radio. Make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to bcuathletics.com and click on Shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's bcuathletics.com and click on Shop. Well, since the last media timeout, it's an 8-0 run for Arkansas State over the last 4 minutes. Henson, what do the Wildcats need to do to break out of this funk?
They got to go back to what was working for them earlier, driving into the paint a little bit more. They've been very content with taking these long-range fadeaway shots and mid-range step-backs that haven't been dropping for them.
Seneca Willoughby on the floor for the Wildcats for the first time, along with Elijah Hulsaway. A couple of changes for Arkansas State as well. Hetty down low. Hulsaway goes inside against Nelson. Kick out. Extra pass, Carter Hollinger in the corner. Dyson, floater, missed it short, got his own rebound though. They'll reset up top to Willoughby. Dyson, corner, attacks the closeout. Mid-range jumper baseline, missed it way short. And the rebound comes down to Avery Phelps, the junior for Arkansas State. He pushes it ahead to Julian Luwal. He takes a wide open wing 3 off an extra pass, no good. Battle for the rebound won by Willoughby. Wildcats control, 10:20 to go first half. Crossing the timeline right to left. Willoughby will stand up at the top of the key, guarded by his opposite number, Darian Ford. He'll go right, and then in the block, back to the top. Willoughby drives, kicks it underneath. 2-hand jam for Hetty. What a great pass by Seneca.
Very beautiful passing from the Wildcats that whole possession. And keep looking for the open man and finally get the look that you were looking for.
Cats down by 6, 20-14. On the left wing, Deming, a 3, rattles it down. Dondre Dominguez, the junior from Providence, Rhode Island, transfer for UMass. 23-14, the largest lead of the game for Arkansas State. They are up by 9. Dyson, left wing, gets double teamed, has some help from DJ. Now he works out of it, goes left, picks up his dribble. Low block, Hulsaway. Fade away off the glass for Seneca Willoughby on the catch and shoot.
We're seeing the players pull out stuff they haven't done all season here.
Phelps is a great three-point shooter, Phelps. He goes to Dominguez, resets for Zane Butler. Butler back to Dominguez. He's wide open for 3 again. Nobody covering him. This time he missed it off the front of the iron. Hetty in transition after the Wildcats grab the board. He attacks, goes all the way in, off the glass and in. Jacoby Hetty attacking that mismatch over the shorter Avery Feltz.
Yeah, really tough finish there by Jacoby.
Dominguez, as Arkansas State has replaced 4 of their starting 5. Feltz underneath, through the lane, will go all the way back out to the left-hand wing. Correction, this is Zane Butler. Butler now gets a screen, drives all the way through. Again, good defense by Dyson to keep him out of the lane. Backdoor pass, Feltz, Willoughby can't get the block. That was another great job. Dominguez has come in, made a 3 and has an excellent dime. 25-18 Arkansas State. 8:24 to go first half. BCU's made 3 of their first 4 shots out of the timeout, but Arkansas State has continued to put the pressure on offensively. Skipping through the lane, Hetty, he's fouled, puts it up, no good, and he'll go to the line for the first time in the contest for Bethune-Cookman.
Yep, very fast-paced game. Not a lot of fouls for either team at this point, especially in the act of shooting. Only, these are the
first free throws of the game, yeah.
For the Wildcats, and Arkansas State's been to the line 3 times.
Jacoby Hetty shoots free throws at 77%. Deep knee bend for him. He puts the first one up short. A lot of shots for both teams early on are going short, and I think that's some tired legs. It's been a long season. Deshaun Dyson comes out. Damani McIntyre, the senior, comes in. Isaiah Nelson comes back in for Arkansas State. Quick trip to the floor for Zane Butler. This will be the second of 2 free throws coming up for Jacoby Hetty. Hetty gets the ball from the official, toes the stripe. It is up, it is around and in. So 25-19, 6-point lead for Arkansas State and the ball. 8:10 to go here in the first half. Wildcats looking to win their first ever postseason game and their second postseason appearance in program history. Screen at the top, Fields back in the game, throws the lob to Nelson again. This time Hulsaway is there for the rejection, but the foul is called. And Coach Theus is claiming that is all ball, and I'm inclined to agree with him from the angle that we have, but Nelson will go to the free throw line after this media timeout. 25-19 Arkansas State at the free throw line. When we come back here, this is Bethune-Cookman University Basketball on CatEye Network Radio. Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on Twitter and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU basketball, follow at BCU Hoops on Twitter and Instagram. 25-19, the Wildcats trail Arkansas State with 7:56 to go here in the first half at the Rowe CBI first round here in Daytona Beach at the Ocean Center. And Isaiah Nelson will stride to the free throw line for the first time today after he was fouled on an alley-oop attempt by Elijah Hulsaway, which we thought might have been a clean block, but again, that's water under bridge now. Nelson, correction, he's already been to the free throw line, and now he's 0 for 3 as he misses the first one way short. he's not that bad of a free throw shooter, Nelson, 68%. Nelson, a sophomore, makes the second one from Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta High School. All-state selection as a senior, averaging 8.6 points and 8.2 rebounds per game. Wildcats on the ball. Willoughby, an easy one-hand jam on the other end for DeAndre Dominguez, and it's 28-19, 9-point advantage for Arkansas State again. Wildcats just threw that one away.
Yeah, I think Willoughby got hit in the eye at some point in that possession, and that's why he didn't track back
in the
on
corner,
defense.
DJ, back to Willoughby, in traffic at the free throw line, goes left side, backed out, kick out DJ, all the way to the corner. Driving the baseline is Hetty. He's stopped up by Hicks, still Hetty, all the way back out. 3 to shoot, long 3. Seneca Willoughby banked it in from the midcourt logo. Home, bleeds, jumping Seneca. 28-22. BCU down. Fields round a screen all the way to the rim. He's fouled by Willoughby. And they are double teaming those screens out high a lot, especially the centers coming up to help on those, and it's really affecting the Wildcats' interior defense if Arkansas State gets around that initial double team.
Yeah, if they get around the double team, there's no one at home. And then the other issue is we end up leaving a lot of their big men can shoot, so we end up giving them open looks as well when Jose or James Henderson comes out too far.
Yeah, everybody can shoot the 3 in this team, like DeAndre Dominguez, right? 33% three-point shooter, and he's taken over 100 attempts on the year. He's their backup center at 6'9". First free throw missed from Fields, still 28-22, 6:56 to go. I think if the Wildcats can keep this a single-digit game going into the half, I think they'll be happy with the performance offensively, maybe not so defensively.
Yes.
Zion Harmon checks back in, 29-22 after the second free throw was made by Fields. 6:53 to go first half. Harmon at the time stripe, picked up by Dominguez way out high. McIntyre in a double team on the left wing side. Got to get the ball away. He does, back to Harmon. Zion directing traffic in front of him. Now he's double teamed, splits it, back left. McIntyre down low, hulks away to the rack. Two-hand throwdown for Elijah.
We've been asking him to dunk all year.
And he finally comes through with it.
And the Wildcat faithful here immediately cheer heavily for Josue.
Head taps from the BCU faithful have made the journey across town. 29-24, Arkansas State with the lead and the ball. They've got Hicks up to the left wing side, back on top for it. He drives past Harmon, gets to the lane, skips one up and in, plus the foul. He just put his shoulder right into Zion Harmon, who didn't have his feet set, so it's a blocking foul and a chance for a third three-point play in this first half for Arkansas State. Bethune-Cookman was on a little 5-1 run before that to close the gap, and now it's 31-24, plus the three-point attempt coming.
I'm still surprised that Jose's dunk and Seneca Willoughby's shot from darn near the half-court logo.
Makes the three-point play. Arkansas State will pick up some full-court pressure. Harmon out of a double team. DJ skips it through McIntyre, across the time stripe, down low. Heady two-hand hammer! That is how you break the press. It's an air show at the Ocean Center. Dunks on both ends right now. 32-26, Arkansas State on top. 5:48 to play first half. Dominguez up on top. Weave action Fields. He goes left, guarded by McIntyre. He blows by McIntyre, and it's blocked for the back end. Nemani picking up the pace defensively. Zion, coast to coast. Layup off the glass, no good, but he got bumped from behind in transition by Darian Ford, and now it's the Wildcats buzzing around on both ends. I don't think we've seen Nemani McIntyre block a ball this year. I mean, it's 15 blocks, but that one was a massive rejection off the backboard.
Yeah, hits it almost hits it off the underside of the basket. Does such a great job there.
And now Zion Harmon is going to be at the line. Former 4-star recruit, #1 recruit out of Kentucky 2 years ago. First one up in good. Highest ranking recruit in Bethune-Cookman history after unsuccessfully starting his career at Western Kentucky. He got the first one. He is a team high and SWAC high 93% from the charity stripe. The second one is good as well. 4-point game, 28-32. BCU down, 5.5 to go first half. It's been a good fight back in this second quarter, quote unquote, from the Wildcats. Fields hands Terran Todd, who is still scoreless, the top scorer for Arkansas State. Todd goes to the nail, backs up, guarded by Harmon. Gets the screen from Nelson, goes right. Hulsaway switches on to Todd. He gets all the way in, off the window, no good. Great defense by Hulsaway. The ball is bounced out of bounds. They stay it still with Arkansas State. The Wildcat fans up in arms. They think that Todd touched it last on the way down. We'll see if they review this. Reggie Ward's gonna check back in. Reggie Theus is still in the ear of the official on the baseline. But it's gonna be no review. It's gonna be Arkansas State ball.
And Reggie Ward sits back down.
They get it in. Low block, spinning is Hicks. He goes to the lane, got his shot rejected by Hetty. Man, the Wildcats are buzzing defensively. 6 seconds to go. There's going to be another baseline out of bounds play as Hulsaway comes out in favor of Reggie Ward.
And the entire Wildcats bench stands up as Hulsaway sits down.
He got 2 big dunks in his time on the floor. Inbounding Fields, and Nelson's grabbed. Dominguez is grabbed as he tried to catch that ball. And the Wildcats are in the the Red Wolves are in the single bonus 7 BCU foul. So it'll be a 1-and-1 coming for Dominguez, who shoots at 75% from the line. First 3 college seasons at the University of Massachusetts for Dondre Dominguez. Averaged 8.7 points for the Minutemen last season. Arkansas State leads at 32-28, 5:08 to go. Here in this first half, the first of the the 1-and-1 is good from Dominguez. In the conference tournament, Arkansas State was seeded the 4 seed, beat Louisiana in the quarterfinals, 89-62, then needed a last-second heave at the buzzer to go to beat number 1 seed Appalachian State, 67-65. Second free throw from Dominguez, good, 34-28. Back to a 6-point game.
And a break for the official.
Whistle and a stoppage of play as the officials are going to huddle here. And we may have a review. We'll see. I'm not sure what they would be reviewing, to be perfectly honest. It was the second free throw of a 2-shot penalty. It was good, and the Wildcats took it out of bounds.
I think they were just checking
the clock, maybe. We're going to have the referee come over here to tell us what's up in a second. Nope, he's turned around. The referee's turned around and walked back to the other side of the court. Well,
never mind.
We thought we were going to understand what was going on. So there was a little review for something. I'm not sure what, but both teams are back on the floor. Wildcats will control. Down 34-28, 5:08 to go in this first half. And Henson, if you look at the overall arc of this first half of play, it is more competitive than a neutral outsider may have thought.
Yeah, this is a very good showing from the Wildcats against this Arkansas State offense. And, you know, they've really forced them to not be able to take as much threes as they'd like. They've only shot 6 threes in this first 15 minutes, and that's not where they probably looked to be.
Harmon high right wing side, lobs it up for Hulsaway, and Elijah can't come down with it, taken away by Nelson. The Wildcats got themselves in trouble early in the first half when they were turning the ball over. Fields now tried to go pick and roll. Harmon picks off the pass. McIntyre into the front court. Hetty all the way in. He's fouled as he went up for a layup. He missed it, but he'll go to the line.
He did not go over. He went for a dunk and then realized he would not be able to get that dunk off and tried to lay the ball up. Got fouled hard and is, you know, gingerly walking back to take this free throw.
That's the second foul on Terran Todd, who has got 4 points today, 2 of 3 from the field for Todd. Hetty misses the first one, so he's 1 for 3 now from the line as DJ Carter-Hollinger checks back in. And Hulsaway checks out. Without Hulsaway, the Wildcats really have a small lineup with their tallest player being 6'9". And James Henderson not even on the floor right now, so the tallest player the Wildcats have is 6'6", DJ Carter-Hollinger. It's going to be a tough matchup against the 6'9" Dominguez and the 6'10" Nelson. The second free throw is good, 34-29, 4:35 to go in the first half. Fields controls right in front of our broadcast position on the right-hand wing. He picks up the dribble guarded by McIntyre, resets, then goes to the low block for Freddie Hicks, who bowls over a defender and a blocking foul called against Zion Harmon. He puts his hand on his head in disbelief.
He tried his hardest to get that call to go. I mean, he obviously saw the mismatch there with with Hicks being, you know, a good couple inches taller than him and just decided, I'm going to take this charge and did not get the call.
Did not get his feet set, so another one-on-one opportunity for Arkansas State. Freddie Hicks at the line, the transfer from Tarleton. He made it off the front of the rim and in. This has been the biggest issue for the Wildcats in this first half. Besides turning the ball over 4 times, they have let the Arkansas State Red Wolves go to the free throw line now 11 times, and they are 7 of 11 as the second one goes down. 36-29. VCU had closed it to within 4. Now the Wildcats looking to get back in it again. 4:16 to go in the first half. Eddie controls out high, goes left against Dominguez, backs him all the way into the lane. Step back, rip through, no good, off the back iron.
Just didn't work there.
Dominguez quickly into the front court, looking for a shovel pass. He finds Feltz in the right-hand corner. Step back 3, no good. It goes all the way to the corner, and it'll be Red Wolves ball, last touched by DJ Carter Hollinger as he was chasing Dominguez into the corner. We have a media timeout, last one of the first half. Bethune-Cookman trying to stay in touching distance, down 36-29 with 3:57 to go in the first half. This is the Rowe College Basketball Invitational on CatEye Network Radio. Come be a part of BCU Athletics and support the CatEye Network. If you or your business is interested in partnering with us here on the CatEye Network, you can reach out to the Wildcats Athletic Communications Department at bcusportsinfo@cookman.edu. That's bcusportsinfo@cookman.edu. Well, Hudson, the stats across the board pretty similar for both of these teams. The only major difference is the free throw line. Arkansas State 8 of 12, Bethune-Cookman 4 of 6. That is basically the entire advantage for Arkansas State right now. They lead at 36-29.
Very even game.
Red Wolves have the ball. They get it into Avery Feltz. High left-hand side. Almost stolen away by McIntyre on the pass. Getting in, floating it up. No good. That was Freddie Hicks who missed that shot. Wildcats in transition. Here's Harmon, top of the key. Wildcats have only hit 1 3. Zion drives. Floater in the lane. Missed it right. And the rebound comes down to Nelson for the Red Wolves. In transition, Dominguez lob, and he floats it off the glass and in. Nice pass from Fields. 38-29. Arkansas State has pushed this to a 9-point lead a couple times in this half, but has never led by more than that. Reggie Ward way out on top. Heels on the Daytona Beach logo, goes all the way into the paint, throws it off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. It was last touched by Reggie Ward. Great job by Freddie Hicks to throw it off of Ward's leg before it hit the ground.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Dyson checks back in. He had a rough start to the game. Just 1 of 7 from the floor for Deshaun, and he's only played 12 of the first 17 minutes. We'll see if he can get something going on the offensive end as he's back on the floor. Red Wolves control up 9 Wildcats have had this lead down to as little as 4 here in this first half. Top of the key, Feltz drives left into a double team, handoff to Dominguez. Feltz gets it back in front of the BCU bench. Will reset, gets a screen from Fields, cross to Dominguez on the weave action. Dominguez all the way into the paint, loses the ball out of bounds, but it was last touched by Reggie Ward. And it'll be again Arkansas State ball. It seems like they're controlling every single one of these out of bounds plays.
Yep, and the BCU bench was calling for a tech on Dominguez, who immediately was in the ref's face after the no call for him.
Nelson, handoff to Dominguez. The two big guys working well together. He goes all the way in, misses the layup. McIntyre the board. Damani pushing the pace across half court. Gets by Dominguez, goes all the way inside. Left-hand layup, left it short as it was contested by Nelson. Red Wolves on the ball. Feltz into the corner. Dominguez, contested 3, short. Rebound Wildcats, McIntyre again. Now it's coming a little bit of street ball. Just take your shot when you get it. Zion goes left, round a screen, dumps it back down low. DJ into the lane, layup good off the front of the rim. Nice little pick and roll there between DJ and Zion.
Yeah, a little give and go there. And neither team really wanted to push the lead or break the lead for a little bit there.
Yep. Bethune-Cookman breaks a 2.5-minute scoreless streak that allowed Arkansas State to push the lead back to 9. Here is Fields, goes round the screen, top of the key. Now will reset, guarded by McIntyre, gets all the way into the paint. McIntyre, great defense, and the layup is short by Damani McIntyre. Fantastic job defensively.
And that's what he's known for, that great defense.
One of 3 players playing their final game of their college career. DJ Carter-Hollinger, Deshaun Dice, Damani McIntyre. Here is Ward, drives into the paint, left-hand layup rejected by Nelson. Red Wolves want to run. Feltz, transition 3, lets the defender go by him, misses it long. Dominguez with the offensive board, but lost the ball. Dyson running through the paint. He finds Ward, backing downfield, back to Dyson. Mid-range floater, yes! 4-0 run for the Cats, 38-33, Arkansas State still on top. Wildcats continuing to try and force turnovers.
Yeah, Damani McIntyre felt there was a lot of falling on that possession for both teams. Thankfully, a great look for Dyson. Cuts the lead down to just 5.
Fields zips it left-hand corner, and a 3-pointer is no good from Freddie Hicks, missed it long. Zion, across the time stripe, fakes the 3, goes all the way inside, floater off the glass and in. Zion Harmon cooking early on in the game. Timeout Arkansas State, as the Wildcats have lowered the gap to 3 with an 8-0 run.
Great job by the Wildcats down the stretch here to cut down this lead, take advantage of the offensive miscues of the Red Wolves. And ironically, both coaches are very animated here in the Ocean Center.
We'll keep it right here, not immediate timeouts. Henson, we said they got to go back to what they were doing well early on, which was getting stops and pushing the pace and getting to the paint. They've been going back to that. And even the shortest guy on the floor is Zion Harmon getting in on the action down low.
Yep, take advantage of what the defense gives you. If they're going to guard high and force you to go in and drive more, you're not going to get those open looks from 3. And if they're going to start taking those 3s earlier in possessions, like they tend to do, you could take advantage of that, as the referee was yelling at 35 on the Red Wolves to
Nelson.
check in.
So I want to talk about Zion Harmon a little bit before we get back going here. We thought it was just going to be a similar situation to what we had at the conference tournament. He was going to come off the bench, try and be a spot-up 3 guy, but he's played pretty much the entire first half. Not sure if his foot's still bothering him or not, but he's playing with the fluidity that we know he can play with.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if his ankle isn't bothering him somewhat, but he's obviously not really affecting him as much as it once was.
45 seconds to go first half. Cats down by 3. Arkansas State with the ball. Feltz high right wing side, guarded by Hetty. Goes left end back to the right, guarded by Ward. Now back to the top field, back to Feltz. Extra pass to the short corner. Here's Hicks, goes inside, gets he's fouled. I thought that was good defense by DJ Carter-Hollinger, but it's going to send Hicks to the line. That's baffling to me. He was standing straight up.
He was. And that's, you got to give credits to the offensive player there in Hicks by overly animating his shot and making it look like it got altered heavily. Sometimes the ref is going to call that just because of how it looks.
Hicks, one of their better free throw shooters, 73% from the line, but he missed the first one. 13 free throws so far for Arkansas State in the first half. Number 14 coming right now from Freddie Hicks, the junior out of Searcy, Arkansas. And he misses both, but it's tapped back all the way into the backcourt for Feltz. Shot clock off, 25 to go first half. Arkansas State can hold for the last shot. Up by 3, 38-35. I think they're maybe trying to get a 3 opportunity for Feltz here. Fields controls on top, guarded by Harmon. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Now Fields goes right, gets a pin down screen. 4 seconds, Fields drives, kicks it, back door, layup at the horn, good. That was Julian Lewell. And a great job and a great set run with about 4 seconds left to find that backdoor feed. But Bethune-Cookman, we said they needed to stay in touching distance, and they are in touching distance, down 5, 40-35 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the Southern game, but just more free throws made by Arkansas State. And they've been better from the field overall than that Southern game, but they're not taking advantage of the looks again from beyond the arc. They're shooting terribly from back there, only 20% at the moment. And for a team that loves to shoot the 3 ball as much as they do, that's definitely affecting how they play. We've only shot 3 threes.
And the only one that was made was the Seneca Willoughby heave from half court at the end of the shot clock.
Yeah. He's pretty good at those, apparently. He's made 2 now. Buzzer beater against FAMU, and, of course, this one in the Ocean Center. He doesn't make them at home,
no, I guess. But we'll go to a break, take about 10 minutes, and then when we come back, it is the Southeast Toyota Dealers halftime report. Will break down all the first half stats and highlights. This is Bethune-Cookman University basketball on CatEye Network Radio. It's 40-35. Bethune-Cookman trails Arkansas State at the break. Stay tuned. You're watching CatEye Network Radio. Welcome back to the Ocean Center here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Second half about to tip off between the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Round one of the Rowe College Basketball Invitational. Wildcats trying to win their first postseason game in program history. Arkansas State has not made the postseason since 1999 in the NCAA tournament, so a lot on the line for both of these squads. It's now time for our Southeast Toyota Dealers halftime report. First for Bethune-Cookman, Jacoby Hetty leads all scorers with 10 points. Harmon has 6. Willoughby has 5 off the bench, including that mammoth 3. Dyson has 4, Henderson 4, Ward 2, Carter Hollinger 2, and Hulsaway 2 on that big-time dunk. The Wildcats crucially have forced 5 Arkansas State turnovers. Arkansas State, Hicks and Dominguez both have 9. Ford has 6, Nelson 5, Todd 4, Fields 3, Lowell 2, and Butler with 2. And I think a good sign for Bethune-Cookman in that first half is they kept their 2 best scorers, Todd and Fields, to just 7 points combined.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job of closing down Fields whenever he got the ball. It didn't have any real good looks at all. And Todd didn't really get the ball, and he only played 10 minutes. They got those early fouls on him and really kept him off the court.
Team stats, rebounds, 23-16 in favor of Arkansas State, 8-2 on the offensive glass, which leads to 4-2 in favor of second chance points for the Red Wolves. 10 assists for Arkansas State, including 3 alley-oops, 6 assists for Bethune-Cookman, 5 turnovers for the Red Wolves, 4 for the Wildcats, 4 blocks for Bethune-Cookman, 3 for Arkansas State. It was a party above the rim for a big part of that first half. Both teams throwing down 2 hand jams, getting big-time blocks.
Yeah, tons of blocks, tons of dunks. It was a really energetic first half from both teams. Even though the pace of play slowed down slightly towards the end, it was very fast-paced. 35 field goal shots to 32 for the Wildcats.
Arkansas State had 11 points off the fast break. Bethune-Cookman just 5. Both teams had 3 steals. 8 points off turnovers for Arkansas State, just 3 for Bethune-Cookman. Both teams had 24 points in the paint. Wildcats had 9 personal fouls. Arkansas State just 5, although the only player with more than 1 foul for Bethune-Cookman is DJ Carter Hollinger. 2 players with 2 fouls for Arkansas State. Ford has 2, and Todd has 2. So Henson, as we get down to about 2 minutes to go until the second half, what do the Wildcats need to do to pull this one out down 5?
The Wildcats need to keep playing that good defense they played towards the tail end. That might mean putting Damani McIntyre back in. He played really good defense in those minutes that he played. And you got to start making your shots. You're shooting decently from the field, 46%, but you might have to take a couple more threes, get some more open looks for your guys, and that'll lead you to success, because they're both teams are scoring. That's not going to be who wins this game. It's going to be who can get those key stops first and who can get on a run latest.
Yeah. Bethune-Cookman 46.9% from the field on the season. They're averaging 42.9%, so that's a 5-point difference.
Math.
Math.
Not what
and
we're
then
here
Arkansas
for.
State from the floor, 42.9% on the season. Their average is 44.1. But crucially for Arkansas State, they are 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. We mentioned how they love to shoot the 3 ball. They've shot it, but not a lot of them have been going down, and I think that's one of the main reasons the Wildcats are still in this game is their perimeter defense.
Yeah, and also the Arkansas State just isn't hitting their shots. They've had at least 2-3 good looks from beyond the arc that they should have probably made. But, you can't play hypotheticals like that. They've done well on the other looks. It was just, you got to close down on those 3-point shots. You got to, if you're going to come out hard, and especially if you're the center and you know that centers can shoot as well, you got to keep playing through that play. You can't just come up and then stop and then allow them to reset themselves. You got to keep going through it or rotate to where you're supposed to go.
Arkansas State's doing a lot of things off the pass offensively, right? It starts with Caleb Fields at the top of the arc. They come set a screen for him, and then he can pick and roll. He can lob. He can take it himself. He can skip to the corner, right? You've got to be available defensively to cover all of those positions.
Yeah, and he's not a really good 3-point shooter. Shoots 30% from there, and he's only shot 84 on the whole season. So you might be able to guard him a little bit farther back, just a tad bit. So you know he wants to drive or pass it off. If you can get in that passing lane or force him on his weaker side, you will be in a good position.
We are just about set to go for the second half here from the Ocean Center. Arkansas State with a 5-point lead, 30-25.
Never mind. I thought the camera wasn't on.
Yeah. We're good. 40-35, Arkansas State leads. Wildcats will have the ball. Jacoby Hetty will inbound. Wildcats in the all-white trimmed in maroon and gold will attack left to right. Arkansas State in the all-black trimmed in red and white will attack right to left. Short corner as James Henderson lost the ball, but it'll still be with Bethune-Cookman as Nelson tried to save it as it went to the Bethune-Cookman bench, couldn't before his foot touched the line. So the Wildcats bailed out a little bit there. Tough catch on the inbounds pass, and Henderson couldn't really save it.
No, he couldn't really save it. And then if that was in more gymnasium, that ball would have hit the roof. Try to save it, it didn't work out, but Harmon's going to be the gunner here.
A lot higher of a ceiling here at the Ocean Center. The ball goes in. Deshaun Dyson starts the second half for the Wildcats. Slow first half for Day. Hopefully he'll get going in the second half. Harmon around a screen set by Ward. Double step back, straight on three, just short. But an offensive rebound, putback blocked. Another putback by Ward is good. A third opportunity for the Wildcats on that possession.
Yep, Nelson was so block happy, he blocks it straight into Reggie Ward's hands, and he just puts it up.
First possession of the second half for the Red Wolves. Handoff, mid-range jumper, bucket of the foul for Taryn Todd. He came off the dribble handoff from Nelson at the top of the key, dribbled to the free throw line, floated it up and in, and he got clobbered, and he is still down on the floor as he gets picked up by Nelson. James Henderson now picks up his third foul. No, correction, second foul.
And Todd went down in a lump. And Nelson tried to give him the, the old school, get up, shake it off. And he's trying to shake it off. It's taking a little minute.
Yep. Todd goes to the line, gets a word of encouragement from his head coach, Brian Hodgson. His first head coaching job for Hodgson. Assistant coach stops at Fredonia State, Jamestown, New York, and Midland, Texas. At the non-D1 level, Buffalo and Alabama at the D1 level. 43-37, the three-point play is good for Arkansas State. Just 1 minute gone by here, second half. Dribble handoff to Harmon, top of the key. He goes right, gets into the lane, goes all the way. Floater off the glass and in for Zion. And it's 43-39. And all the way in, fast pace from the Red Wolves. And a block on the back end by DJ. Arkansas State gets it right back, though. It's an easy putback for Darian Ford.
Yeah, but Nelson does a great job of putting his body in the way, so James Henderson can't close down on that shot. And James kind of just tries to throw Nelson at the shooter.
Zion, kick to the corner. Dyson tries to fight through it, the nail. It's a foul, blocking foul, as out of control was Taryn Todd trying to set up for a charge. That's his third foul, crucially, on Todd. And a great job by Data to attack, right? He's at a slow start to this game. He's 2 for 8 from the floor, hasn't gotten to the free throw line yet, but maybe a couple of buckets early on will help him. He gets the inbounds pass in the left-hand corner, dribbles in, spin move, and he floats it in. Dyson up to 6 points.
A ton of floaters here for the Wildcats, getting over the relatively undersized.
Fields, nobody guarded the paint. He goes all the way in and scores with the left hand. Nobody else touched the ball in that possession for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, Fields just took it straight down the pipe and does a great job there.
Dyson going straight at Felt, step back, triple, bingo! There's the first triple from Deshaun Dyson. We were waiting for it a while. 47-44, three-point lead for Arkansas State. 17:59 to go in the game. Fields guarded by Henderson. He goes left and right, now gets past Henderson, low block, scoops it up. Henderson altered the shot. The tip-in is not there. Nelson offensive board. He goes up and under, blocked again, but a foul is called. They got him, looks like Henderson got him on the wrist with the follow-through, and that's the third foul on James Henderson.
Yep.
James Henderson Jr., 3 blocks today. He leads the team and coming into the game with 29 on the season.
Yeah, he loves getting those blocks. And at first I thought Nelson traveled, but I'm assuming they called those steps, steps.
Another missed free throw from Isaiah Nelson. He's been the poorest one from the line for Arkansas State, 1 of 4.
Yeah, and these could really bite them, especially if this game stays as close as it is. Only a 4-point lead for the Red Wolves.
Second one good, 48-44. Wildcats have trailed for the majority of the game, but it has been pretty close. Here's Jacoby Hetty, left wing side in front of the BCU bench. Drives all the way in. Floater in the lane, drop in the bucket. 2-point game, 48-46. Timeout.
No, they gave him a tech.
Oh, my goodness.
They gave Coach Theus a tech.
I'm not sure what for.
No, I think he swore. I'm pretty sure what he did.
Well, we're all the way across the court, and it's decent atmosphere in here, so we can't hear it.
Yeah.
Coach Theus is saying.
And that's,
I think maybe Coach Theus was complaining that should have been an and one, but man, the Wildcats have closed the gap to 2, and this is going to give shots in the ball for the Red Wolves. Avery Feltz, a 64% free throw shooter, hits the first one.
yeah, I'm assuming that's what maybe an and one call, but he didn't look. He was talking to his players, if anything. He wasn't even looked at the referees that time. Usually when he's talking and yelling at the refs, he's looking at them. So
yeah, well, so it's 2 shots. It's now a 4-point lead for Arkansas State and the ball. A potential 5-point plus swing here for the Red Wolves after the Wildcats cut it to 2. 17 and a half to go in the ball game. 50-46, Arkansas State lead in the ball. Fields backs up after being stopped by Hetty. He's still got Hetty on him. 0-on-0, Fields goes right all the way in. Scoop shot rejected, but they're gonna call a goaltend on James Henderson. He just got to that one a little bit late.
as the DJ hypes up James Henderson on that block, saying, you were that close, but.
So a 4-point swing off the technical foul called against Coach Theus. 52-46, Arkansas State. Damani McIntyre checks into the ball game for Bethune-Cookman. Henderson in there still with 3 fouls for the Wildcats. Reggie Ward controls on top. Dribble handoff, Zion still way on top. Now they go left-hand side, Dyson. Dyson gets a screen. Backdoor pass, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cats as it was kicked off the leg of Nelson as he was going step for step with James Henderson on that roll.
Yeah, he tried to roll hard, but they did a great job fighting through that screen and not giving Dyson time. And as you said, Nelson is a little, that's like an inch on James Henderson Jr., and they would match step for step.
Throw the ball way out top to Henderson, who hands to Zion Harmon. Tried for a pin down 3. Good collapse by Fields. Harmon takes the triple, makes the triple on the second effort. 52-49, Arkansas State lead of the ball. Dominguez, bounce pass left low block. Freddie Hicks working on Zion, drives him all the way into the post, and he is fouled. Yeah, Zion got a big old grab a waistband.
And now I think he landed awkwardly on that ankle.
And Zion is down, holding that leg. And he has played so well.
That you might forget that his ankle's been bothering him.
Yeah, but that's another foul. Already 4 fouls in the half on Bethune-Cookman with 16 and 38 to go.
Yeah.
And we said free throws were the big difference in the first half. Could be again. And now foul trouble you also have to watch out for as well. Arkansas State baseline inbound, and another foul. It was another block by Henderson on Ford as he drove the lane, but they got McIntyre for a reach behind him. So Henderson is credit for 3 blocks. He could have 8.
Yeah, and Coach the other ref is named Mike. That's funny. And he goes, Mike, I get it now. So that's the point we're at with the referee situation in terms of how the Wildcats are feeling.
5-1 in fouls in the second half. Bethune-Cookman. And this is going to be free throw numbers 20 and 21 for Arkansas State. Darian Ford at the line, missed the first one. As the Wildcat fans behind the BCU bench off to our right give him a bit of a cheer.
Yeah.
As James Henderson goes out, DJ Carter-Hollinger comes in. What a great game for the sophomore, James Henderson. I mean, yes, he's committed 3 fouls, but he's got 3 blocks. Almost had another 2 right there. Both free throws missed that time by Ford. Wildcats want to push. Harmon crossed the time stripe, 16:28 to go. Wildcats down 52-49. Bounce pass top of the key, DJ Carter-Hollinger. And then extra pass to the corner for Ward through Zion. Ward pulls up long two, rattled it down. 1 point game. 52-51, Arkansas State leads. Here comes Dominguez galloping forward, cross the time stripe to his left. Nelson sets the screen, bounce pass Fields. In between the circles, goes all the way in on McIntyre, floats it up, no good, no foul. Demanding the rebound, pushes it in transition. Here is, no, they swing it around and it's bumped out of bounds by Dominguez. They tried to get Zion the open look from the outside. This game is going so fast I can barely keep up with it.
Yeah.
Arkansas State 52, Bethune-Cookman 51. First media timeout of the second half. Bethune-Cookman outscoring the Red Wolves 17-12 to start this second half. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman University Basketball on CatEye Network Radio. There is no BC without you. Show your support for Bethune-Cookman Athletics by joining the Wildcat Champions Club today. Help us build a championship culture at Bethune-Cookman. You can donate and join at cookman.scalefunder.com. That's cookman.scalefunder.com. And of course, the BCU Day of Giving was just passed this week, and there is still time to get your contributions in for across the athletic department and the school as a whole. Wildcats lead or trail at 52-51. They have the ball after the media timeout. Zion Harmon, the gunner, in front of his own bench. Wildcats attack the basket to listeners right. Here we go. McIntyre gets the inbounds play. Triggers to Dyson, right-hand wing. Dyson, dribble handoff to Zion at the top of the key. Zion in the low post, gets it back off a shovel from DJ. Zion dances top of the key, guarded by Ford. He goes right all the way in, floats it up, off the glass, short. Rebound to Terrence Hyde. Gretchen Hicks all the way through. Dominguez rifles it down low, floated up, another two-hand alley-oop. Nice passing there by Arkansas State, 54-51 the lead for the Red Wolves.
And the first bit of slowed play out of the break.
Shot is up, shot is good. It's a mid-ranger from Deshaun Dyson. That was in traffic, I couldn't really see what was going on. 54-53, 1 point lead for Arkansas State. Fields guarded by Harmon, way out left, right in front of our broadcast table. Fields now switches back to the right hand, goes in, floats it up, fouled by Zion. He missed the layup short.
Yep, and that's Zion's third foul. He joins James with 3.
And the Wildcats, one foul away from putting Arkansas State in the single bonus with 14:53 to go. So, I mean, first half free throws killed the Wildcats, could very well kill them again.
Yeah, I mean, before that make, the saving grace really for the Wildcats, but the Red Wolves were not hitting these. I mean, 12 of 21 heading into this one.
So now 13 of 22, that's 57%. 55-53, Fields a 63% free throw shooter. Puts it up, makes it. As a team, they shoot 70% from the line. That's 8th in the Sun Belt, does Arkansas State. Back to a three-point game, 56-53. Dyson controls, bounce pass to DJ left. Seneca Willoughby in the game now. DJ goes to the low block, has to get it away. Ward free throw line, dribble drive, up and under, fouled. as he went to the lane. And he will go to the free throw line, I believe, for the first time in this half. Yes.
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman to the free throw line for the first time in half number 2.
If you look at the live stats we have up, almost every player that's touched the court for Arkansas State has been to the free throw line. Only now 3 players for the Wildcats have been to the line, and Zion's only been once, and Hetty's been twice.
And Hetty is the only player that has touched the floor for the Wildcats who doesn't have a foul. First free throw missed from Reggie Ward. He's a 65% free throw shooter, but also the best field goal percentage and, believe it or not, 3-point percentage that the Wildcats have. It doesn't take a lot of them, just 12 of 29, but that's 41.4%. Jacoby Hetty, second place at 32.5%. Zion, while he takes a lot of threes, just 25% on the year. And that number surprised me when I was doing my research for this game, considering how dynamite he has been at times this season.
Yep.
Ward up good on the second one. 2-point game, 56-54. Wildcats trail. They'll bring a little bit of full court press through McIntyre and then back it off as Caleb Fields will walk across the time stripe. 14 and a half to go in the game. Fields skips low, block Nelson. Left-hand corner and back to the top for Fields. Nelson again. Handoff Fields. Gets a screen. Goes left against Willoughby. Now low block. Nelson floater good. Nobody covered him.
Caught him in between switches. They didn't know it. Seneca went to switch off, and DJ couldn't come over fast enough.
Red Wolves just keeping the Wildcats at arm's length. 58-54 the score. Dyson dancing, top of the key, between the legs. Step back, triple, short. Nobody there for the rebound on a white jersey. Arkansas State a chance to push the lead. Before that, the Wildcats have made 8 of their last 9 field goals. 3 on the way, good. A dagger from Taryn Todd. 61-54, and the Wildcats once again have gone away from what made them successful in the first half, which was trying to get the ball into the paint.
Yeah.
Just taking some really off-balance threes from Deshaun Dyson. Dyson goes left around the screen, top of the key. Step back, long jumper, missed it way short again. Again, no ball movement on that possession at all. Arkansas State a chance really to turn the screws here, up 61-54. Wildcats had it down to just 1 at one point. Todd, kick to the corner, 3 on the way, short, rebound, McIntyre.
Very, very fast pace.
Cats down low, DJ tries to go up and under on Nelson and he scores. Great pass from Willoughby to find him underneath. 61-53, and then a long pass tapped out of bounds by Reggie Ward. They were looking for Freddie Hicks with a baseball style way down their pass as Jacoby Hetty comes back in.
Reggie Ward did a great job tracking back there, didn't lose the ball, and just hits it out of bounds. You don't have to do too much. You don't want to, you don't want to hit it down and then lose possession anyway. Arkansas
State with the ball. They triggered a Fields top of the key. Backs up in between the circles, guarded by Damani McIntyre, the career leader in steals at Bethune-Cookman with 179 coming into the game. And a whistle and a foul off ball. I think that'll go against Seneca Willoughby. He was battling one-on-one with Freddie Hicks. No, it's going to be on
Dyson.
Reggie Ward.
Oh. Wait, 1 and 1. Or is that 11?
Yeah, I know. It's on. The foul's on Reggie Ward.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a 1 and 1 because 7 fouls already on Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah.
12:46 to go in the game.
The only thing about having a player with a number 11, you get those 1 and 1 calls, and it's the same motion. So.
First end of the 1 and 1, good from Hicks. He has been the best free throw shooter they've had in the game. 4 of 6 now from the free throw line. 15 of 24, now 16 of 25 is the second one is good from the charity stripe for Arkansas State. 63-56, Bethune-Cookman trails. Ward into the front court past the defensive Hicks. Hand off Dyson, right corner DJ. DJ one-on-one, goes all the way in, right-hand floater, drops it in over the top of Nelson. Arkansas State wants to play fast, and it's Wildcat ball, tapped out of bounds by McIntyre, last touch by Fields as he crossed the time stripe.
Great job by McIntyre. You know, he loves those steals. And he does it. Dyson called for somebody to come over to be the gunner, and I looked like I was going to come in.
Yeah, you might have to jump up in there. It certainly wasn't going to be me.
Yeah.
58-63, Wildcats trail, but with the ball. Reggie Ward moves to the right-hand wing, back to the top. Outside DJ, drives again against Nelson, goes up, gets his shot rejected by Nelson. The ball goes out of bounds. It's gonna go to the Red Wolves. DJ and Fields were battling for it in the corner, and DJ was the last man to touch it.
Did a great job to recover, though, after getting blocked to, force him to reset the possession.
Arkansas State inbounds, a little bit of full court press from the Wildcats, easily broken. Todd will slow it down. 12 minutes to go in the game. Wildcats down 63-58. They try to trap on top. Todd, handoff forward, rolls down the lane, and he puts it up, no good. Too strong on the layup. DJ Carter-Hollinger with the rebound, pushes it ahead. McIntyre thought about the transition three, but goes down low to the block for Hetty. He gets the mismatch, and he is fouled. Not in the act of shooting, so it won't be shots for Bethune-Cookman, but Hetty was against the shorter Darian Ford, and he went hard at him on the baseline.
Yep, did exactly what, every coach will tell you to do if you have that mismatch. Actually, it's on Terrian Todd.
Oh, that's Todd's fourth foul then.
That's his fourth foul, and, especially after that dagger three, to keep themselves in this game, they've done a great job.
Wildcats down 63-58, 11:41 to go in the opening round of the CBI here at the Ocean Center. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman Basketball on CatEye Network Radio. Southeast Toyota Dealers is a proud supporter of Bethune-Cookman basketball. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore Toyota.com today and take advantage of the deals on our full line of vehicles. Well, this is not the only CatEye Network show we are putting on for you today. After this, Henson and I are going over to the Jackie Robinson Ballpark, where we'll have the second of a three-game set between Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M. BCU trying to win the series after taking the first game last night 6-0 after a terrific complete game shutout by Tanner Bocabello. Wildcats will trigger. They have a baseline in under the basket that they attack to listeners' right. They get the ball into the corner to Dyson. He'll work on Ford, goes baseline, shovels it back. DJ, head of steam, kicks it back. Dyson, corner triple, 8-ball corner pocket. 63-61, Arkansas State with the lead in the ball. 11:25 to go in regulation. Darian Ford crosses the time stripe. Hicks, tough catch guarded by Dyson. Now the Wildcats will back off after trapping.
It was excellent defense, even with that, miss-man advantage as Dyson went really hard for that top of the key. They played it so
Fields,
well.
Left, floats it up. Another two-hand jam off an alley-oop for Isaiah Nelson. They just keep going back to it. And the Wildcats have no answer, especially with James Henderson not in the game.
Yeah. Can't teach height.
65-51, 10:51 to go. Dyson walks across the time stripe, guarded by Ford. Bounce pass left wing, nail side to DJ Carter-Hollinger. Hands back Dyson, round a screen, pulls up from the free throw line, no good. Long rebound comes down to Darian Ford. Arkansas State controls up by 4. Long pass into the front court. Faking the three is Hicks. He drives into the paint, puts up a floater, got it. 67-61, 6-point game. Wildcats may be just letting this one slip away a little bit.
Yeah, you need to keep them in distance. You don't, maybe not even go on a run, but at least just keep scoring with them.
Dyson out high. He goes right. Hands to Hetty, left block. Working inside. Forced to back up all the way to the paint. Hetty still in traffic. Turnaround jumper, free throw line. Back iron, front iron in. 67-63, 10 minutes even to go. Into the front court for Julian Lowell. Back to Fields, who's been excellent at dishing the ball tonight for Arkansas State. Fields walks all the way to the right-hand corner, dances left against DJ. Kick out Lowell. 10 to shoot. Fields gets it back, goes all the way in, right side, is fouled. DJ's protesting that he was straight up, but I'm not sure the foul's gonna be on him.
Yeah.
It is on him, wow.
I thought it was gonna be on McIntyre, but.
That's his third, and it sends Arkansas State back to the free throw line. So now, 3 players for the Wildcats with 3 fouls. Zion Harmon, James Henderson, and DJ Carter Hollinger.
And Zion will look to check back in after this free throw.
Fields makes the first one, 68-63. The Wildcats have gotten it done on the offensive end, right? 14 points for Henny, 14 for Dyson, 11 for Harmon, 7 for Ward. That's pretty good, but 13 for Hicks, 12 for Nelson, and 10 for Todd, and 16 Arkansas State points from the free throw line, now 17 as the stats update. Fields from Lewisburg, Tennessee, misses the second one, but the rebound is got offensively by Freddie Hicks as he out-jumped DJ. A chance to turn the screws for Arkansas State. Hicks goes inside on Carter Hollinger, misses it, gets his own miss, and unopposed with the putback. Lots of contact down there. Referee swallowed the whistle that time, but it's up to a 7-point lead for the Red Wolves.
The last thing you wanted them to have was that extra possession.
And then you get a stop, but can't get the board. Handoff, Hetty going inside, gets his shot blocked, gets his own miss. In a triple team under the basket, tries to fling a shot up. Whistle, and it's Arkansas State ball as Hetty stepped on the baseline, trying to work out of that triple team. All the momentum in favor of Arkansas State right now. They've hit 3 of their last 4. And they've come back to now outscore Bethune-Cookman 30-28 in this second half. The Wildcats, at the first media timeout, were outscoring them 17-10. Chaos in the backcourt, and a foul called on Hetty as he was trying to strip the ball away from Caleb Fields.
And there was little to no contact on that one. He went to go around, kind of maybe catches his wrist trying to get to the ball, but.
Yeah, and this will be the final 1-on-1 for Arkansas State as it's 9 team fouls to 3. Bethune-Cookman, 3 fouls on them. 9 fouls committed by the Wildcats on Arkansas State.
And Hetty's hair tie has come out, and now looks
Fields
like he's in a
again from the free throw line.
Commercial.
5 of 7 from the free throw line for Fields, 5 of 7 also for Freddie Hicks. Those two have eaten the Wildcats alive, and now Hicks is the top scorer in the game with 15 points. Fields, his second one, a senior who's played his entire career with Arkansas State, all 5 seasons. 1,582 career points for Caleb Fields. He was one of 5 Division I freshmen back in his freshman season to average at least 11 points, 3 boards, and 3 assists back in 2019. And he was all Sun Belt first team this season after leading the conference in assists. Wildcats working into the front court. Dyson almost turns the ball over. Deflected pass comes to Harmon. 18 to shoot, double teamed out high. Spins away, gets it to Ward, and then gets it back. Zion throws the lob up for Hetty. He throws it down after bouncing off the ground.
Great job by Hetty to catch that. Knew he couldn't go straight up with it, so he had to come back down and set himself and then win back up unopposed.
Fields controls for Arkansas State. Cats down 72-65, 8:20 to go in the game. Fields one-on-one with DJ, goes left, loses the ball out of bounds, and it belongs to BCU.
And DJ plays that perfectly, sets his feet, and just out-muscles Fields as he bounces back off of him and loses possession.
Wildcats down 65-72, still barely within touching distance with 8 minutes to play. Harmon into the front court against Fields. Goes to DJ at the nail, backdoor pass. Harmon high off glass, missed it short. That was a good contest from Nelson as well. Fields. Underneath it goes, and nobody opposed Freddie Hicks as he arced to the lane and got the layup. 74-65. Once again, a 9-point lead for Arkansas State. That's the biggest of the game for the Red Wolves. They've been there 3 or 4 times. Harmon, skip pass out. DJ straight on 3. Too strong. Nobody there for the rebound, but Caleb Fields for the Red Wolves. Fields in transition, left-hand layup, no. Offensive board for Arkansas State. Still a battle down low, foul called. And we will go to a media timeout. When we come back. 2 free throws for Arkansas State, already up 74-65. Looking to take their largest lead of the game as the Red Wolves have come alive, shooting 61% from the floor in half number 2. 74-65, Arkansas State on top. We'll be right back. This is BCU Basketball on CatEye Network Radio. Back here at the Ocean Center as we wind down potentially the end of the Bethune-Cookman basketball season. BCU trails Arkansas State 74-65 with 7.5 minutes to go in the first round of the Rowe College Basketball Invitational. Let's take you around the country to some basketball scores. We'll start off other SWAC schools in action. Jackson State women up against UConn women first round NCAA tournament. UConn leading that one 69-45 at the end of the third quarter. Jackson State showing up for the SWAC in that one. In the NCAA tournament, Arizona leads Dayton 68-57 with 3:38 to go in the second half. Later games in the tournament today, Gonzaga and Kansas, UNC versus Michigan State, Iowa State, Washington State, Oakland and North Carolina State, Texas and Tennessee, Duquesne, Illinois, and Creighton versus Oregon. Those all games to look forward to on the basketball side. Of course, we'll have Bethune-Cookman baseball for you on the CatEye Network at 5 p.m. Eastern over at Jackie Robinson. First free throw no good from Freddie Hicks, only his second miss of the game. He was 5 of 7, third miss, right? He was 5 of 7 previously. But the Wildcats have just been torched from the free throw line in this one. Misses both, though. Elijah Hulsaway back in the game, grabs the rebound for the Wildcats. Still down by 9. Largest lead of the game for Arkansas State. Hulsaway sets the screen for Harmon. He denies it and goes left towards the BCU bench. Now works back to the top of the key. P.J. Carter-Hollinger guarded by Fields. Hollinger left-hand drive, back out Dyson. Behind the back dribble, steps back between the legs, still Dyson. He steps back, takes a wing 3, no good, front rim. Dyson just hasn't been good enough today. Long stretch pass out of bounds. Fields was trying for the home run ball to Darian Ford, and he just threw it too far in front of him. So an empty possession for Arkansas State gives Bethune-Cookman another bite at the cherry. But the Wildcats, again, they're not penetrating past the three-point line on these possessions.
No, they're taking the first look they get, and that's not been working for them.
Harmon in the left-hand corner, get the screen Hulsaway. Zion now takes a step back, dumps it into Elijah. He throws it off the glass, no good, but he tips in his own rebound. We talked about Hulsaway going hard to the basket. He's done it now 3 times in the ball game in limited minutes.
And earlier in the season, he might have given up on that after that first miss, but he stayed with it and went to put it back.
74-67, Fields all the way in. Hulsaway bats that one out of bounds.
Unintentionally with his
I'm not
face.
sure if he'll get credited for the block on that one or not, but hey, I mean, he's just taller than Fields is. So it'll still be Arkansas State ball, baseline in, 16 to shoot, 6:24 to go in the game. Wildcats down 74-67. They've played a very competitive game, but they need a big spurt right here towards the end of it. Fields inbounding on the baseline, floats it up to the corner, stolen by Dyson. Day walks across the time stripe, 6:20 to go. He gets a screen from Hulsaway, goes left, takes a long 2 left-hand side, rims out. Heady there for the offensive rebound. Put back up and under, no. And the rebound to Nelson. 2 good looks at that one for Bethune-Cookman. Couldn't get it to go. And now Arkansas State will just take all the air out of this ball, just let the sand drain through the hourglass. Under 6 to play now. Fields, stolen, pass batted away by Hetty. Here comes the 2-hand jam show. Timeout, Red Wolves. The Wildcats are back within 5, 74-69, and the clock continues to run for about 5-6 seconds after he called timeout. They're gonna have to reset that, but the Wildcats once again getting it done. They've now forced 10 Arkansas State turnovers
to just 5 Wildcats turnovers, and they've done a good job getting those lanes. They've just got to take more, of an advantage off of that.
We'll keep it right here of this timeout. 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the game. And so, do you see this season as a success for Wildcat men's basketball? Because I 100% do.
Yeah, this is definitely a success for the program. Obviously you get your first SWAC win in the tournament, so you no longer have to worry about that hanging over your head when you go. You win your series against your bitter rivals in FAMU. You lose to the eventual champions in the tournament in Grambling State. You have, considering how many injuries we saw, especially the Zion Harmon and other key players on this team and how many nagging injuries we've had, they've done a great job through that. You get more time to get more depth. You kind of build up the program's rapport and stuff. It's been a very good season for them. Obviously, you want to win everything you can, but it's a really good stepping stone season to greater goals.
And of course, excellent at Moore Gymnasium, 11-2 at home. The best mark in the SWAC in that margin. And of course, you got to look at the progression, right? First season under Coach Theus, 9-21. Second season, 12-20. This season, potentially 17-17 if this one doesn't shake out the Wildcats' way, but still improving that win total every year. They were the 5th seed in the SWAC tournament, and if things play out maybe a little bit different the last couple weeks of the season, they could have gotten as high as the 3 seed.
Yeah, man. Obviously, you go, man, if only Zion Harmon was healthy the whole year, if Dyson is more consistent, we could say, we definitely have, one of the best 3-man groups in the entire SWAC. So you would want that to be more of an issue. If Elijah has a hotter start to the season, there's a lot of things where you can go, kind of nitpick, but a very good season overall for Wildcats basketball, and hopefully a really good end to the game for them. Only down 5. Wow.
With 5:43 to go, and they've held Arkansas State scoreless over the last 2 minutes and 8 seconds, forcing Brian Hodgson to call timeout. 2 timeouts left for the Wildcats, 3 for Arkansas State.
And the important thing to me is without those, 19 free throws, it's a whole different game.
And we'll look at the shooting percentages. Both teams, 49% from the floor.
The Wildcats actually have made 1 more 3 than Arkansas State.
Really, the difference in the game is all the free throws that the Red Wolves have had. Wildcats only 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 19 of 31 for Arkansas State. Wildcats full court press. Fields gets hit in the face by Dyson, and it's a foul, and he will go 90 feet the other way to shoot 2 more free throws. That is one you cannot have if you're Deshaun Dyson. And I'm sure that wasn't intentional catching him up around the face, but
Dyson was trying to, hold Fields a little bit, and then Fields kind of threw him off. And, players are people too. So responded in kind, and obviously is going to get the call for that, especially as the defensive player in that situation.
And of course, we thank everybody out in CatEye Network Nation listening in all season long, whether it's been our home broadcast, first one from Fields is no good, whether it's been our home broadcast at the Moore Gymnasium or when we've gone on the road to FAMU, the SWAC tournament, or here at the CBI. Hopefully we're going to go on the road more next year, bring you Wildcat basketball from all over the place.
All over the nation.
5-point game. Fields, the second of a 2-shot penalty, is good. 6-point lead, 75-69. The Red Wolves lead it with 5:46 to go and counting. Zion into the front court. Looking for the screen from Hulsaway. He's against Fields. Bounce pass, low block DJ. Back to Hulsaway, back to the basket, working on the defender. He gets fouled as he went up for a hook shot. Got caught on the elbow by Isaiah Nelson. And I believe that's Nelson's first foul. It is. And to be fair to Arkansas State, they have been very disciplined on the defensive side. They've gotten blocks, 6 blocks in the game for the Red Wolves, and only 8 personal fouls, 4 of them on Taryn Todd, their best offensive player, but the slack has been picked up by Hicks, who's got 17, and Fields, who's got 13. First free throw for Hulsaway, kicks off the back of the rim and drops in. It went almost over the backboard before it spiraled back down and in for Hulsaway. Elijah to cut this one to 4. Bounces the ball in his right hand. The 7'1" sophomore from Orlando gets it. That time it's a swish. 4-point game, 75-71, 5:35 to go. Full court press from the Wildcats. Arkansas State breaks it. Fields lost the ball. It was poked away from behind by McIntyre. Hetty in the front court, all the way in. Foul called. He missed one off the window, but he'll go to the line. Wildcats forcing those turnovers again. They're on a 6-1 run.
They've been on fire out of the break. And they're really taking it to Arkansas State, who hasn't really had an answer.
Hetty will go back to the line. The leading scorer for this team this year, 505 points. First free throw short. I could tell that one was short out of his hands. But 15.5 points per game for Jacoby Hetty. Zion 14.7. They're right at their scoring averages right now. Hetty 18, Dyson 14, Harmon 11, a little bit under his season average, but of course, he's been the main distributor tonight. Second one good. 3-point game, 75-72. Full court press comes again, and it's a travel! Dominguez walked across the time stripe and took an extra step. A 3rd straight turnover forced by the Wildcats with this full court press. Timeout, Arkansas State. Oh. Coach Hodgson is livid. No, not a timeout, no. Just a substitution. My apologies. As Dominguez comes out, he's getting an earful from his head coach. Yeah.
And the earful at first was directed at Ford for passing it back to him for really no reason. He wasn't under the pressure of the press anymore.
Zion Harmon out high, guarded by Fields, gets a screen from Hulsaway, goes right. Looking for Elijah on the roll, no pass there. Good defense by Nelson for the Red Wolves. Harmon up on top. DJ, 15 to shoot, back to Zion. He goes left. Now backs up, guarded by Hicks. Harmon between his legs, drives to the right, stopped at the free throw line, continues underneath, bounce pass, and Elijah goes to the rim and lays it in.
I had to get up out of my seat for that one.
Great backdoor pass by Zion as he drew a double team. 75-74, Red Wolves lead, 1-point game. Fields out high as they break the full court press. Fields goes left, Hulsaway defending, and he commits the foul. That one was pretty clear.
That was pretty I'm surprised they didn't call it earlier in his drive.
Elijah said he didn't touch him, but
yeah, he caught him in the face, man.
I'm not sure you can argue about that one pretty much. He caught him on he like flapped his arm down as he went by him. Yeah. And that's the speed of Caleb Fields. And he almost is like a Zion Harmon-esque player, right? Yeah. He can score, but he'll look to drive and kick most part and then get to the free throw line where he's not as efficient as Zion is, but has still done enough to get the job done today. 7 of 10 from the line. Now, the first one misses. It rattled around and didn't go down. So it'll still be, at most, a 2-point game. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. The 200 or so Wildcat Nation faithful who have made the journey across the river stand and make some noise. Fields makes the second one, 76-74, 4.5 left. Wildcats on the ball, down 2. Jacoby Hetty, 19 points. Dyson, 14. Harmon, 11. Hulsaway up to 8, and one of his best performances of the season. Hulsaway, dribble handoff. Zion Harmon, pull up for 3. Too strong. Hetty taps the rebound out to Dyson.
Acrobatic catch from Dyson.
Wildcats with a second look on this possession. 16 to shoot. 4 minutes to go. Dyson lets some time run off the clock. Gets a screen from DJ. Goes right. Looks for the pick and roll. DJ with a hand all in his face. He is fouled before the shot on the pick and roll.
And Todd is fouled out. That's his 5th.
So Taryn Todd, the top scorer for this Arkansas State team at 12.6 points a game. Scores 10 points tonight. Ridiculously efficient from the field, 4 of 5. 1 of 1 from 3, but he is fouled out after only playing 15 minutes. And that foul was not in the active shooting. Wildcats not in the bonus yet. Only 6 fouls against Arkansas State, but the Red Wolves in the double bonus, 10 fouls against Bethune-Cookman. Baseline in for the Cats out of the basket. They attack to listeners right. DJ makes the catch, puts up a floater. He's fouled and one. It hung on the rim and dropped in. He gets a big old high five from Elijah Hostaway. Tie game at 76.
A 9-2 run in the last 3:50
for the first time
Wildcats.
since the 15:59 mark of the first half. We are tied.
And it could be for the first time, I think, all game.
The Wildcats led 6-5 early on. And it's a lead for the Wildcats. 77-76, 11-2 run. The full court press comes again. Arkansas State gets the ball in play. Hicks races across the time stripe on his right-hand side in front of the Arkansas State bench. Backing down McIntyre into the lane. Teardrop floater good. 78-77, Red Wolves take the lead back. Hicks is where they're gonna need to go. He's got 17 points to lead Arkansas State. On the season, Hicks averaging just 11.3, so he's at an excellent performance today. Dyson to DJ. Carter Hollinger thought about a 3 on the left wing, drives inside, floater,
and
the foul, and it rims in. DJ Carter Hollinger showing some of that aggressive attack that made him first team all-conference tournament up in Birmingham last week. Timeout on the floor. The Wildcat fans are hyped. It's a 1-point lead for BCU with 3.5 to go, and they're gonna go to the line after it as well. We'll take the final media timeout of the game. When we come back, BCU leads it 79-78, trying to keep their season alive here on CatEye Network Radio. Bethune-Cookman Basketball on CatEye Network Radio is brought to you by Southeast Toyota Dealers. Visit your local Toyota dealer or explore Toyota.com today and take advantage of the deals on our full line of vehicles. The Wildcats have stormed back from down 9 to take a 79-78 lead over the Red Wolves of Arkansas State out of the Sun Belt with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the ball game. First round of the Rose CBI here at the Ocean Center. And DJ Carter Hollinger will step to the line to try and make it a 2-point game.
Yep, DJ Carter Hollinger in front of his former team in Montana, who's here also for the tournament.
Yeah, they play next.
Showing out 11 points before this trip to the line, has played really tough basketball all season, and he's here trying to extend his college basketball career.
And he got it. 80-78. And what did we say earlier this season, Henson? If the Wildcats score a ton of points, they're usually winning games.
Yeah.
And they've got 80. I mean, the way this game is going, we can see both teams crack 100 by the end of the game. 3:34 to go. Arkansas State on the ball. Full court press comes for the Wildcats. Almost a turnover. Is a turnover. Stripped by Dyson. Day-Day strip Freddie Hicks. Bounce pass to the top. Carter Hollinger will reset for the Wildcats. Dyson trying to dry off his hand, wipes it on his pants, now takes a left-hand dribble. He's matched up against Dondre Dominguez. Bounce pass, DJ in the wing, drives again. Carter Hollinger, kick out. Dyson, 8 to shoot, drives past Dominguez, double teamed, lost the ball, came right back to DJ, 3 to shoot. Dyson, baseline, floater, front of the rim, no good, and the rebound is tapped out to Dondre Dominguez for Arkansas State. Wildcats, for the first time in a while, will not full court press and let Fields walk across the time stripe. 2:43 to go, 2-point lead for Bethune-Cookman, 80-78. Fields drives all the way in, floater, good. Tough bucket off the window, right in the face of Damani McIntyre.
Really tough bucket. That's one of those, good offense beats good defense in basketball, and that's just a really good finish.
80 apiece, timeout Reggie Theus as he takes one of his 2 remaining timeouts. Now, if the Wildcats do end up winning this game, they could be playing Montana, as the winner of this game gets the winner of Montana and Presbyterian College. That's the next game up here at the CBI. Other games today, Northern Colorado against Cleveland State, UC San Diego against Chicago State, Fairfield against Arkansas Little Rock, University of Seattle against Delaware State out of the MEAC, the other HBCU representative here this weekend, and Quinnipiac against the Evansville Purple Aces. Those are the other first-round games. There's only 15 teams here this week. The number 1 seed gets a bye. That's High Point. And so they will play the winner of Northern Colorado, Cleveland State on Monday. Wildcats trying to advance to Monday and keep their season alive.
High Point being the number 1 seed's ironic. High Point number 1.
Well, High Point won this tournament last year. The reigning CBI champs in the building to try and defend their title. 80-80, 2:25 to go in the ball game. Wildcats on the ball. DJ controls out high, hands to Zion Harmon, who's just checked in. Zion drives right, floater in the lane, too strong. Rebound Arkansas State. Chance to take the lead back. Fields trapped in the backcourt. He goes right, floats it across the time stripe into the front court for Ford. All the way in. He's fouled. That was pretty clear. And Ford will go back to the free throw line.
And the thing is, Arkansas State has not been good from the free throw line this game.
Ward's 4th foul. First Wildcat with 4 fouls, by the way.
35 free throw attempts. Going to be 36 and 37 here. And they've only made 21 of them, 60% from the stripe here.
Ford, a left-handed shooter, puts the first one up and in. Darian Ford, the sophomore from Magnolia, Arkansas, started at the big school, Arkansas University. Only scored 15 points his freshman season at the University of Arkansas, but he got that one to go. 82-80. Arkansas State on top. Wildcats with the ball, 2 minutes left. Hetty is the top scorer for the Wildcats today with 19. Maybe he can do something. DJ driving in, skipping through, backdoor pass, Hetty, no shot available, bounces it out. Ward spins in the lane. He got his shot rejected by Isaiah Nelson, who went up and met him at the rim.
And they did a great job of closing out Hetty, who was open on the corner, so Ward had to go up with it.
Wildcats will maintain possession as that ball went out of bounds on the baseline. 8 to shoot, 1:46 to go in the game. Wildcats down 2. Wildcats have only shot 10 threes in the game. They've made 4 of them. Long inbounds pass comes to Carter Hollinger. Kick out, Harmon, 3 to shoot. DJ, wing 3, got it at the horn! 83-82, Bethune-Cookman on top. They bring the full court press again. Dominguez pressured, hand off Fields. Across the time stripe with a head of steam, he goes all the way in, lost the ball. Couldn't get the layup, Wildcat ball out of bounds. Fields just straight up lost the ball. He was going unopposed to the rack and couldn't control it. Timeout Arkansas State with 1:23 to go. Cookman with a 1-point lead on the ball.
Yep, timeout Arkansas State to review.
They're going to review who this ball was off of. Arkansas State says it was off of BCU. We don't have the replay here in front of us. Maybe I can sneak a peek over at the TV crew over there to see what they're looking at. But If the call on the floor stands, it'll be Wildcat ball up by 1 with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go. In this hypothetical situation, Henson, what do you want to see the Wildcats draw up?
I mean, if we have the ball, obviously you're going to look to try to take as much time off the clock as you really can here. You know, try to get a tough basket, try to get an open look. A 3 would be really good, but don't force one. I mean, neither team, ironically, has really shot a lot of threes, 12 to 11.
We talked at the top of the show, right, about both teams are going to shoot a lot of threes. That hasn't really been the case. Both teams have wanted to drive to the paint. 48 points in the paint for Bethune-Cookman, 44 for Arkansas State. The review is over.
Wildcats keep possession.
Bethune-Cookman ball. That was a quick review, so it must have been pretty clear.
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman trying to win their first ever postseason game. Here we go. Red Wolves will full court press. Harmon gets it in against Fields, and now they'll back off. They were just pressuring the inbounds play. Harmon into the front court. I want to see the Wildcats maybe run some clock here. Back on top. DJ, Harmon, straight on 3, short. Nobody there in white for the rebound. Still a 1-point lead for BCU. 1 minute remaining. Ford attacks DJ all the way in, left-hand layup, good.
He lost a little hesitation, lost DJ, and I lost my words. And now the Wildcats need to score here.
84-83, clock ticking down under a minute, 48 seconds to go. Harmon goes right against Fields. Zion back to DJ. He's been the man down the stretch. Hand off Dyson. He rolls to the free throw line. Off balance jumper. No good off the front of the rim. Wildcats. 5-second different shot clock to game clock. Will not foul. Into the front court. Back to Fields. Wildcats trying for just one stop here.
And now they're slowing down play.
20 seconds left. Fields heels on the midcourt stripe. Wildcats looking for one stop and then maybe a chance to win it.
And if anything, if they're going to look like they're going to score.
Gets a screen, goes left, handoff. Hicks attacks, floater, good. 3-point lead for Arkansas State. 6.3 seconds to go. Timeout Bethune-Cookman, and now they're going to have to draw up something for 3.
And
the Wildcats chose not to foul, and that is the result.
And in that situation, you almost want Ward to just foul him. You know, I know you got 4 fouls, but just you see him taking this tough layup, just hit him. If he looks like he's going to make that shot, just, you know, force him to go to the line. They haven't been that good from there. But instead, they elect to allow the layup from Hicks, who was 5 for 9 from the line. So now a 3-pointer needed, and you know, I mean, Deshaun Dyson has a knack for these kind of things, as well as Seneca Willoughby, who made the one against FAMU. But
I mean, there are no shortage of clutch 3-point shooters on this team. Petty, Dyson, Harmon, even Reggie Ward has made a couple of big ones.
DJ as well this game.
Yep. But I mean, it's all about who you're going to draw it up for, and really, I think it's probably just going to be Zion Harmon going one-on-one trying to get a shot. In all likelihood, that's been what they've gone to most of the time in these late game situations.
Yeah.
But Zion, I mean, 11 points all in the first half, 1 for 4 from 3, hasn't really been there, right? Now, if I'm Arkansas State, 6.3 seconds to go,
foul here.
I'm hacking.
Yep.
The Wildcats are inbounding in the backcourt, so they couldn't advance the ball.
No.
So yeah, if I'm Arkansas State, pressure the catch, and if they get the ball in, just hack.
Yep. And you know Zion's really good at shooting free throws, so you can force him to have to pass it to somebody else, even though DJ, who's back there as well, is also pretty good at him.
Wildcats, 6.3 to go. Harmon into the front court, he dribbled it out of bounds, and that's going to be the ball game. Zion Harmon, with the season on the line, was forced out of bounds to his left, right in front of the scorer's table.
And now Coach Diaz tells him to foul.
Zion's going to come out. He's going to put Damani McIntyre back in for the last 3 seconds.
Yeah, you have no timeouts left, and only around 4 seconds.
Wildcats' only hope is a steal and a prayer here. It'll be a lineup for Arkansas State right in front of their own bench. Away to our left, the trigger man is DeAndre Dominguez. They trigger it, stolen away! 2 seconds left, Ward dunks it!
Ward.
0.5 seconds to go, 1-point game, and that's it! Arkansas State wins, 86-85. Reggie Ward went to the lane and dunked it. When the Wildcats were down 3, unbelievable. Unreal.
That's yeah, and Reggie Ward immediately.
They got the steal off the inbounds pass. Ward was alone. Nobody was there.
He had, I think, Hetty and support. It was just him and Hetty, and I don't know. I think he saw the lane open. I don't think he realized how much time was left, maybe. That's just a tough situation.
The Wildcats season comes to an end in heartbreaking fashion.
Astonishing
Reggie
looks.
Ward got the steal with 3 seconds to go. Wildcats down 3, and he went for the dunk. The final score, Arkansas State 86, Bethune-Cookman 85. Here are your final scoring totals. First for Bethune-Cookman, Jacoby Hetty, excellent, 19 points. DJ Carter-Holliger, excellent, 15 points. What a strong close to the season it's been for him. To close to his senior year, right? To be all-tournament team and also perform really well tonight. Gave the Wildcats the lead late down the stretch, a lead that they would not hold on to. Dyson at 14, Harmon at 11, all in the first half. Ward 9. Holstaway actually had a decent playing time today. 8 points in 10 minutes. And also a couple of big two-hand jams. Willoughby 5, Henderson 4. He was in foul trouble. McIntyre did not score. Got 2 steals in his final college game. They're warming up for the next game in front of us. That's Chicago State and UC San Diego.
Yep.
Will be the next game here at the Sunshine Slam. That'll be it for us here for Bethune-Cookman basketball.
Yeah.
It ends in heartbreaking fashion. 86-85, Arkansas State moves on to the second round. Here are your team stats. Arkansas State dominated the boards 41-28 and 13-9 on the offensive glass. Second chance points, Bethune-Cookman actually led that category 11-9. 14 assists for Arkansas State, 12 for the Wildcats. Bethune-Cookman forced 15 Wildcat turnovers and scored 12 points off those turnovers. Bethune-Cookman only turned the ball over 6 times. I mean, you can't ask for much more from a team today that looked, minus Zion Harmon in the second half, like the best version of themselves that we've seen all year.
Sometimes, it's not all there. You kind of go back and you hope you don't foul as much, because that was really the only thing that kept Arkansas State in this game. Bethune-Cookman made more field goals than Arkansas State and made more threes than Arkansas State. So literally the free throw margin was the only difference. They actually got more second chance points, and considering they got out-rebounded heavily, that's extremely impressive. That's a very disappointing way to end your season. You got 15, you got the turnovers you wanted. You only gave up 6 turnovers, 7 blocks rather, given up by the
But the Wildcats had 5 blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, they played very well. I mean, they gave up 86 points, but they played well defensively against one of the better offensive teams in the country. Statistically, and again, they just come up just short. If you missed it, the Wildcats were down 3 with 3 seconds left. Arkansas State had the ball. They got the steal off the inbounds pass, and instead of taking a 3, Reggie Ward went to the hoop and slammed it down as time expired. And the Wildcats fall 86-85. That'll do it for us here from the Ocean Center and for Bethune-Cookman basketball this season. I want to thank everybody that makes these broadcasts possible behind the scenes, our CatEye Network Director of Operations, Eugene Robinson, SIDs, Bryce Arnowski and Brian Harvey, Sabrina Petit-Holm, and Vicky Simeti, our content team behind the scenes, putting out the great behind-the-scenes content you've seen all season long on the CatEye Network social channels. Henson, it's funny to say it's over because the day's not even over. I mean, we've got baseball.
Weird.
We've got baseball to go do in about an hour. But thank you so much, everybody, for following along on this basketball journey from Daytona Beach to Birmingham, back to Daytona. We'll be back next season with Bethune-Cookman basketball in November. My name is Michael Trillo. Henson White's been alongside me for the ride. Thank you, all of you in CatEye Network Nation, for joining us all season long. We'll see you later tonight for BCU Baseball.